Sunday, February 4th, 2024, Dreamvlog. So I jumped on my old homie Garrett Miller. I had caught his sister stalking me one time in real life at the veterinary clinic, the vet clinic, the pet clinic. But anyways, with other people. But anyways, I had multiple dreams of Garrett stalking me, trying to set me up, etc. But anyways, today's dream was Garrett. Actually, one time in real life, I think he tried to set me up with the white truck that Buffy drives, but they just sped off. But I don't know what the deal was. But anyways, um, in my dream, Garrett got married. It was weird. Anyways, I think his girlfriend or his baby's mom sent me money the other day, too, on my PayPal, because it said Sonia Miller. And I was like, what the fuck? I looked at it and noticed it later on. But anyways, I don't know. But anyways, I was, in my dream, I had moved into the back. I felt like the back roads of West Salem, right? And there was some little Ennis that lived down the street. And then there was some, and then like Garrett and, Garrett's family or mom lived in the back roads of West Salem and shit. And, I remember his old house over by Wallery's, but, I don't know if his family still lives there, but I remember visiting him one time there, and he was up in the top apartment and shit. But, anyways, I had a dream his family lived in a house in the back roads and shit in the West Salem, and there was a marriage going on. I dreamt of one of the witches on TikTok. I was watching TikTok live stream, and it was the Devil's Dame, Asclepius Martyrs. Well, she was on TikTok, and behind her, I seen a whole bunch of people that I knew, and it's gonna be a symbolism of people I know stalking me on TikTok, fake profiles, etc. Since I was talking shit today about fake profiles, I just channeled the energy, right? But anyways, I was watching the Sleepless Martyr and TikTok, and then I seen a whole bunch of people I knew in the background in her live stream, and then I ended up going to the house. Like, some reason I knew where the house was, and I had lived down the street or some shit. And I go to the house, and I see Ogre, Paul, Joel's brother. I see Joel, Lil Suave, all them. And they were just all like hating on me and shit from the background, but they didn't want to say shit to me to my face. And then I walk in, I look out the window, I see Michaela Miller at the table sitting down, and I see my family, my cousin Bianca Duran. I don't know, she was random. Bianca Duran was in my fucking dream, my cousin, and or Bianca Wint, Aaron's wife. But anyways, my cousin was in my dream, and then she was talking to me or something. I don't remember about what. And then I don't remember if it was good or bad, but she was like, "What are you doing here?" or some shit. I think, I can't remember. And then I seen my friends there, like, right? And then I seen a Christmas tree in the back corner. But then I look out the window. I was like, I had a dream about this house. And there was a parking lot right there. I was like, yeah, I had a dream about this house. And it was I think it was like, reminded me of the yellow house right here next to me. And then, but it was in a different location. And I was like, yeah, there's a alleyway over there. I said, I had a dream of being set up at this house, and that the police were parked on the other way, and the drug addicts got arrested and shit. The tweakers were stalking me and got arrested on some heavy ass crimes and shit. And that's when they tried to plant a gun. I had a dream they had tried to plant a gun and get me in trouble for a gun, right? And my Aunt Irma was involved, and then I had a dream with Joe Camaro and D, uh, and then and my Aunt Melinda, and then Sasha, my cousin Sasha. and then and then I got rid of the gun, and there was a bus involved. I actually jumped to the bus before I started seeing the bus out front the neighbor's house. But anyways, I jumped of a bigger bus, but and some cops or some shit, the cop cars. But anyways, that was a different dream. And I seen this house before. There's an alley up there, right there where they creep and shit. And then that's where I seen the cop cars in my dream. But anyways, I told them the dream in my dream, and my dream walking skills are starting to elevate. I'm starting to remember other dreams while I'm in the dream realm, to dream in the dream realm, etc. I'm getting stronger as time goes. Anyways, people want to get dream catchers and all types of shit, and I just get stronger and they don't work. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, dream catchers are from Native Americans. A dream walker is straight from Native, so it wouldn't even protect you from me anyways. Dreamwalkers are one of the original bloodlines of original natives from the entire universe, the entire world, because it's the most ancient, powerful skill you can have to help. You know what I mean? But anyways, I had dreamt that, and was walking around the house. Everybody, all their friends were hating on me, but they were like, you know how when you're like walking in a room and you just feel awkward, like everyone's just like, why is he here? Like that energy, and you're like, yeah, you're like, you feel it, but you don't really give a fuck. It's like, and then they're like doing the little whispers like in the background. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of vibe I get from everybody. But not one person ever like tries to say shit to my face, drop a DM or anything. You know what I'm saying? So I could give two fucks about anybody. Anyways, their thoughts and opinions, and nobody talking to nobody about me, a somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's irrelevance. But anyways, I'm walking around, right? And I ended up seeing Sleepless Martyr in the dream. When I got there, I started talking to her. She had lighter hair though. She had like dyed her hair to like a light brown, or it had a light brown hair. And then I started talking to her, and I started flirting with her, and I started like using psychology on her, and she just started like getting all like soft and flirtatious, like she never been read before, by a spiritualist or some shit. And then we were looking into a room, and there was people going in the back room chilling. Then I just start walking around doing some other shit. And then I ended up going out. I look out the window and I see a little limousine full of kids, a whole bunch of little kids in a little limousine. It was like a little mini limousine. It was like one of those clown cars, the little mini clown cars, but it was like a mini limousine. But it was real limousine, but it was like a miniature like little limousine. And there's a whole bunch of kids in it going to this wedding. Garrett was getting married or some shit, and Garrett was getting married or some shit, and I was there. And then at the same time, someone else, and then I seen Howell in the side of the house. I was like, hey, can I get some deodorant? I seen him putting it on, and then he was gonna hand me one, and he didn't hand it to me. Then there was some black dude hating on me. I want to say his name was Lucius, but I didn't know his name. He was just like around it. He looked like Richard Luster, but he looked different, and he was hating on me. And I took off my shoes, and I was chilling, and he was just sitting there next to me, just hating on me, like watching over me, but not saying really much over me, and then like putting his hand over me. And I was like, what the fuck? So I kind of like said something to him, and then I kind of said something to him, and then he kind of left me alone. I put my shoes on, and I went outside, and then I ended up seeing this little kid outside in the car. He was in the driver's seat, and I was like, hey, do you have any books? I don't know what. I asked him for something. I asked him for change. I asked him for change for the bus. And then he gave me like 3 books, 3 little kids books, and a whole bunch of little knickknack things. I don't know what he gave me. And then I put them in my backpack. And then some fools came outside, and so fools came outside. I can't remember who it was. Can't remember who it was. They were little haters. And then someone from a church. It was a pastor, a black pastor. He walked up to me. There was like a youth group from the church that walked up to me, and we were standing by a mailbox. A mailbox like my mailbox. It has a whole bunch of little mailboxes in one mailbox, different numbers and addresses. And we're standing by a mailbox, and there's a youth group come back. I mean, they were just talking. I don't remember what they said. And then finally, the pastor walks up in like his pastor's shirt and collar, white collar shit, and then a jacket. And he was a black pastor, and he had a clown face on. He had a big spiky grill on, and he laughed hella big like he was a trickster spirit. And then I looked at him and got him in check, like I removed the spirit from a pastor, and then his face went normal. And then the pastor started talking to me. Oh yeah, all nice and stuff. Like I just had to look at the pastor, and the spirit got scared and left. He was consumed with the spirit. Even pastors can be consumed. Even priests can be consumed if they're not seeking deliverance, if they're not praying and meditating, etc. on a spiritual level. So don't think your pastor's perfect. They try. They're still human. They still fall short. They still consumed by sin. So don't ever think someone's perfect. They'll try the best. You know what I mean? They can try to be the perfect best. You know what I mean? And some pastors will just fake the funk and just act all godly but be fake. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? I act how I act in front of everybody, regardless, sinner and all. So no one can ever call me fake. Anyways, I look at the pastor. He gets a big old clown face, like he's laughing at me, and this fucking spirit goes away or whatever, and he looks all normal afterwards. And he starts talking to me about God, or he starts talking to me. He doesn't know who I am. Then I was like, yeah, I had dreams of God and visions of God, and it's crazy. And he got humbled. He got real humbled because he was like making fun of me and mocking me. So that means there's probably some pastors out here mocking me as a prophet that can talk to God and dream of God and visions of God. And that means they're not of God, or they're lacking mistakes, or they're filled with a spirit, a demonic spirit that makes them mock against a prophet. Anyways, so I humbled him. As soon as I talked to him face to face, he got humbled and the spirit left. And he's like, okay. And then he invited me to his church. And then he left, and I forgot what the church was. And then there was like a little, you know, those newspaper stands that are like usually outside the store where you open it up and you grab one. There was one by the mailbox, or the mailbox turned into one, and I opened it, and there was a whole bunch of flyers in there, and it was one to his church. I think it said the Lutheran Church, but I wasn't sure because I know the Lutheran Church has a Caucasian pastor. I watched him online before already. Anyways, the black pastor could just be a symbolism. It doesn't have to be black pastor. It could be a symbolism of any pastor mocking me with a spirit of mockery, a demonic spirit talking bad upon me, or excluding me from a church, which is excluding a prophet from a church, using the congregation in a negative aspect, etc. And then when I speak to him, or I speak to the pastor, I'll rebuke a spirit from him, and I'll humble him. This is just a symbolism, probably. But anyways, I grabbed the little flyer out the thing, and I grabbed the flyer out of the thing, and it's like a church, and it has all the info on it. And then inside the thing, it was like all sticky, like someone was trying to stick the flyers together and mess up with the flyers. And then I closed it, and it was a yellow box, a yellow like newspaper box with flyers in it. And then that was kind of where my dream ended. I went back inside, and I seen Garrett's mom. But in my dream, I never seen Garrett's mom, I don't think, in real life. But I seen Garrett's mom. She had long gray hair in my dream. I don't know what she looks like in real life, but she has long gray hair in my dream. And she was all like panicking, looking around, and then she see me, and she was like kind of angry. And I don't know, she had this high anxiety level that I felt. in my dream. And then she was walking around, and I was just hanging in the back room and shit. And there was a couch in the back room. It was like a whitish couch, a cream colored white couch. And I was just kind of sneaking around the house, chilling, trying to not be around her. And then I think I asked for Garrett or some shit or something, or I asked where the wedding was, and she looked at a calendar. She looked at a calendar. It was hanging on the middle wall, and she said, I don't know." And then I left, and I was hanging in the back room with the couch. And then I finally just left the house, and I woke up.